Hi, today we're going to talk about motion. What is motion? Motion is when an object changes direction or its position. So right now, I am not in motion, but if I move to the sides, I am, or even my arms can be in motion. The motion we're going to talk about today is the motion of a marble. Usually, when we put a marble on the table, it stays in one place. Gravity is pulling down on the marble and keeping it in one location. But what happens when this table is unbalanced? What happens to the marble? Will it stay the same, or will it move or be in motion? Do we think it's going to roll, or will it stay put? So today we're going to break into small groups and learn about how differences in our balance and our difference of our heights of our stacks of books will move the marble. So what we're going to do is break into small groups, but before that, everyone's got stacks of books in their group area. I'm going to use the I Am books. I'm going to do 2 books on each side. They don't have to be perfectly straight, but it's nice to have them nice and even. I'm going to lay one of my rulers down, and I'm going to take my marble, and I'm going to put it right in the middle. Maybe. Every experiment has issues. Oops, let's try this ruler. This one worked better earlier. Oh, even that is not being very even for me, is it? Let's see what's happening. Maybe we should measure and see if our things are even. I've got just a little, about 3/4 of an inch on this side, and oh, you know what? This side is higher, just by a little. So let's see if I can get this to work. Okay. We're a little uneven, but not a lot. This one was just a tad over 3/4 of an inch, and this one was at 3/4 of an inch. But our marble is not in motion, is it? It's not moving. But what happens if I add a book to one of my stacks? Is my ruler straight, or does it have a slant or a slope? What do we think the marble is going to do? Do you think we're going to be able to keep it in the middle, or do you think it's going to fall off? I'm going to put my hand here just in case, because I think it's going to fall off. So I'm going to let go. And just as I predicted, the marble is not balanced. It's not in a balanced location. But if I were to add another book, and I laid my ruler across again, and I took my marble, very carefully, the marble is balanced. So what we're going to do is get our science journals, and we're going to open up to the next blank page, and we're going to make a chart. In our chart, we're going to make boxes with lines straight down. You only need 3. So you can take your ruler and your journal and draw out your 3 lines from top to bottom of the page. Do they have to be perfectly even? No. Mine aren't. Mine are all different sizes, and it's okay. So in the first box or section right here, we're going to write the right side height. What do we think that means? Right side height. The right side height of your paper or the right side height of the stack of books? Right, the stack of books. The middle column is going to be the left side height. That's going to be this side. Then over here, you're going to write, does it roll? So, underneath those, if your group is able to have all the same books, some groups do, some groups have different kinds of books. So I would really like for you to use your ruler and measure, but I will accept if you want to put, say, is my marker going to work? 2 books. And this one had 2 books. Oops. And then, did it roll when we had 2 and 2? No, it stayed the same. So you already know. But if you use your ruler, you can get a more precise measurement. So I went and I looked, and it's right there at 3/4 inch. So I can put 3/4 inch. Remember to write those fractions. You write the 3 on top of the line and the 4 below it. Now when I did 3 books, when I did 3 books on one side, on the left side, we were at 1 1/4 inch. So we're going to put 1 1/4 inch, or you can put 1.25, because that's another way to write the fraction, 1/4 inches. And this side was still 3/4 inch. Did that one roll? Yes, good job. I want us to repeat this down for 10 different experiments. You can keep going and adding them all to one side, or you can do them back and forth. If you really wanted to get crazy, you could ask a group to switch books and use one of their thicker books and see if you can use and figure out how many books it takes to get it to all stacked together. Okay? When we're done with that, we're going to meet back together, and I've got a few more questions for you. So, my questions for you are, what were to happen if I had my uneven books and my ruler, but I didn't use a marble? I used a square Lego. Do we think that it matters that we're so uneven? Or do we think it's going to stay in one place because it's not round like the marble? Let's check. Let's check our square Lego. What happens when I put it right in the middle? It doesn't go anywhere. What happens if I make it even taller? Do we think it's going to go yet? No. So does that mean that because the marble was round, we were able to make it go in motion easier than if it was square? I guess we needed these books are at 3.5, and these are at 3/4, and we were finally able to get this Lego to move. So after we're done and we have extra time, we can find other things around the classroom to see what the differences could be to make them move, or what a difference it needs to make it stay the same. Remember to use your ruler to mark how high it is. Okay? So let's break into groups and keep on working.